class 10. Let's continue with our Act 4 scene 1. Fine. Yesterday we read that Bassanio tells Portia that to deviate from the legal requirement to save Antonio's life. Then Portia replies, "It must not be. There is no power in Venice can alter a decree established." So Portia replies, "Nay, it must not be. Such a procedure must not be adopted. We cannot do it. We cannot deviate the course of law. There is no power in Venice can alter a decree established, because there is no power in Venice that can change the established law. It will be recorded for a precedent. Precedent means example, and many an error by the same example will rush into the states, because it will be set in an example. If we deviate the course of law, clear, if we change the course of law, it will be set in an example, and many errors might come into the state's affair. Clear? So if that sort of thing is done once, अगर हम एक बार ऐसा कर देंगे, it would be regarded as an example to be followed in other cases. And in this way, many malpractices would rapidly enter into the administration of state. Once the people know that the law can be altered, many errors might come in the administration of the state. People will commit many mistakes, and they will expect us to change the course of law. So that cannot be done. It cannot be. Right? It cannot be done. Shylock was extremely happy after listening this. Shylock, "A Daniel come to judgment." "Yes, a Daniel. Oh, wise young judge, how do I honor thee?" Now here, children, we came to know who is a Daniel. Daniel was a Jewish character. Clear? According to a biblical story, he was very young, and he was known for his wisdom and his judgment. Fine. And Daniel possessed the marvelous power of settling even the most complicated disputes. Fine. He was a Jewish person. So Shylock was very happy. He compared Portia to Daniel. He said, "A Daniel come to judgment." No, he talked to Portia. He said, "You are as great as Daniel." Yeah? "Yes, you are another Daniel." "Oh, wise young judge, how do I honor thee? You are a wise young judge, and how can I honor you? How can I show my respect to you?" Portia, "I pray you, let me look upon the bond." Portia said, "I request you, let me see the bond." Shylock, "Here it is, most reverend doctor, here it is, the most respected judge. Here is the bond." He handed over the bond to Portia. Portia, "Shylock, there is thrice thy money offered thee." Now Portia just looked at the bond and addressed Shylock, said, "There is thrice thy money offered thee." Using a Shylock, 3 times the amount of the money has been offered to you on the merchant's behalf. आपके पैसे का 3 गुना ज़्यादा पैसा we are offering you. Shylock, an oath, I have an oath in heaven. Shall I lay perjury upon my soul? Perjury is a sin of breaking an oath, right? "No, not for Venice." Shylock said, "Oh, but I cannot accept the money. I have an oath to keep." "What oath?" "I have sworn an oath to heaven that I will have the penalty that is mentioned in the bond. Shall I lay perjury upon my soul? Shall I now violate the sacred oath which I swore? And shall I prove false to my conscience? No, not for Venice. No, I will not do so. Even I were offered all the wealth of Venice, I will not break my oath. I will not commit that sin of breaking my oath. Portia, why this bond is forfeit? And lawfully by this the Jew may claim a pound of flesh to be cut by him, cut off nearest the merchant's heart. Be merciful. So Portia, she said, okay, why this bond is forfeit then? And lawfully, so she said, why this bond is forfeit? Okay, then the penalty mentioned in this bond has been incurred. The agreement that has made that Antonio will pay the money within this time, that has been broken now. Clear? And lawfully by this the Jew may claim a pound of flesh to be by him cut off nearest the merchant heart. And lawfully the Jew may legally claim a pound of flesh to be cut off by him from nearest the merchant's heart. Be merciful. Then again she addressed Shylock, Shylock, be merciful. Take thrice thy money, bid me tear the bonds. Or take thrice the amount of money, take 3 times the amount of your money, and let me tear this bond into pieces. Shylock, when it is paid according to your tenure. Tenure means your actual wording, okay, and meaning of the terms of bond. So I say, okay, you may tear the bond after the penalty that is mentioned in the bond has been paid to me. It doth appear you are worthy judge. Now it seems to me that you are an able judge. You know the law. Your exposition has been most sound. I think that you know the law very well, and your interpretation of the law has been most reasonable and correct. Whereof you are a well-deserving pillar, proceed to judgment. And now I request you in the name of law, clear? Of which you are a great and capable upholder, you are the great support of law. So in the name of law, I request you to proceed the judgment, to proceed with the case and deliver your judgment. By my soul, I swear, there is no power in the tongue of man to alter me. By my soul, I swear that no power of persuasion, there is no power in the tongue means there is no power of persuasion which any man may use, that no words, no request of any man can make me change my mind. I stay here on my bond. I am taking my stand on my bond. Antonio, most heartily I do beseech the court to give the judgment. Antonio said, I request the court, I appeal the court with my whole heart to deliver the judgment. Portia, why then? Thus it is, you must prepare your bosom for the nice. Portia said, okay, well then, in that case, I would proceed to deliver the judgment. Now you must prepare your chest, your heart for the Jew's knife. Now Shylock was extremely happy. Shylock's happiness knew no bound now. He said, oh noble judge, oh excellent young man. Portia, for the intent and the purpose of the law hath full relation to the penalty which here appeareth due upon the bond. Now Portia said, for the intent and the purpose of the law had full relationship to the had a full relation to the penalty which here appeareth due upon the bonds. Look at the penalty, yeah, which has become due according to the terms in the bond is entirely permissible. Had full relation to the penalty means it is entirely permissible, and it is fully in accord with the intention and purpose of the law. It is fully lawful. Shylock, it's very true. Oh, wise, upright judge. No, it's very true. Wise, upright judge. You are very wise. You are an honest judge. How much more elder art thou than thy looks? How much wiser and experienced you are than you appear to be by your young age. You appear very young, but you are very experienced. Portia, therefore, lay bare your bosom. Portia said to Antonio, therefore, you have to uncover your bosom. Bosom means chest. And Shylock, his breast. Now Shylock said, yes, I will cut my pound of flesh from his breast. He has to uncover his breast. So says the bond. That is what the bond says. Doth it not, noble judge? Does not the bond say so, noble judge? Nearest his heart. Is it not written in the bond that I will entitled to cut a pound of flesh from his body near his heart? Those are the very words. These are the words that was written in the bond. Portia, it is so. Are there balance here to weigh the flesh? Portia said, yes, that is so. These are the exact words. Now she asked, are there balance here to weigh the flesh? Are the scales available here? Scale means tarazu. To weigh the flesh? Shylock, I have them ready. Said, yes, I have them ready. The scales are ready. Now Portia asked, have by some surgeon Shylock on your charge to stop his wound lest he do bleed to death. Now Portia said, also arrange for a surgeon Shylock at your own expenses to stop his wound and prevent him from bleeding to death. Shylock, is it so nominated in the bond? Now Shylock asked, is it mentioned in the bond? Does the bond require me to do this? Portia, it is not expressed, but of that. Portia said, no, it is not written. The bond does not specify that. But what does it matter? It were good you do so much for charity. It would be good if you provide a surgeon out of the spirit of charity and kindness. Shylock, I cannot find it. It's not in the bond. Shylock, read the bond. No, I do not find this provision mentioned in the bond. No such provision of arranging a surgeon is mentioned here. Portia, come merchant. Have you anything to say? Now Portia asked, yes, you merchant. Do you wish to say something? Antonio, but little. I am armed and well prepared. Antonio said, very little. I have very little to say. I am armed and well prepared. Now I am equipped with the spiritual strength. I have my spirit of endurance to support me. Yeah, and I am ready to pay the penalty. Now he talked to Bassanio. Give me your hand, Bassanio. Bassanio, give me your hand. Fare you well. I now bid you farewell. Grieve not that I am fallen to this for you. So do not feel sad over the fact that I am falling a victim to this misfortune for your sake. Don't feel bad that I am facing this misfortune because of you. For herein, fortune show herself more kind than in her costume. So children, here fortune is personified. Fortune is presented as a kind lady. Right? So do not feel sad over the fact that I am falling the victim to this misfortune for your sake, because Lady Fortune in my case is showing herself to be more kind than in her custom. Clear? Here the Lady Fortune showing itself much more kinder in my case than she usually is. It is still her use to let the wretched man outlive his wealth, to view his hollow eyes and wrinkled brow, an age of poverty. Okay? It is still her use. It has always been a practice with Lady Fortune to let a wretched man outlive his wealth, to view his hollow eyes and wrinkled brow, an age of poverty, because it has always been a practice with Lady Fortune to let The unhappy, wretched means unhappy. To wretched, the unhappy man continue to live even after he has lost all his wealth. To view with hollow eyes and wrinkled brow an age of poverty, a man who continue to live after becoming a poor, pauper, after becoming a bankrupt, spent his old age in a state of poverty. And in that state, his eyes began to shrink, his forehead become wrinkled. What is the usual habit of Lady Fortune? That it lets the man live even when all his wealth is lost. Yeah. And that man lived his old age in a state of poverty. His eyes become hollow and his forehead become wrinkled. From which lingering penance of such misery doth she cut me off. Lingering penance means that prolonged suffering. Clear? But what the Lady Fortune did in my case, clear? The fortune shall save me from that prolonged suffering. Clear? How? By putting end to my life at this very moment. I am going to die, so I will be saved from that state when I will see the state of poverty in my old age. Commend me to your honorable wife. Tell her the process of Antonio's end. Convey my compliment to your honorable wife. Tell her about the manner in which I am going to meet my end. Say how I loved you, speak me fair in death. Also tell her how much I loved you, speak well of me after my death. And when the tale is told, bid her be judge whether Bassanio had not once a love. And when you have told your wife the whole story, ask her to judge whether her husband did not have once upon a time a loving friend. Repent not you that you shall lose your friend, and he repents not that he pay your debt. Do not feel regret over the fact that you are going to lose your friend, and he repents not that he pays your debt. If you only feel some regret over the fact that you are going to lose a loving friend, I will have no cause to repent of paying your debt to the Jew and sacrificing my life in the process. If you only feel some sadness, if you only feel sad that you're going to lose a friend, then I have no cause to be sad. I have no cause to repent of paying your debts to the Jew and ending my life. For if the Jew do cut but deep enough, I will pay it instantly with all my heart. Because one thing is clear, if the Jew make a deep cut enough into my flesh, I will die instantly. And I will do so most willingly. So children, revise it till here. Rest we will do tomorrow. Thank you.